everyone, I'm Very Meadow and I'm here today on behalf of facepaintingtips.com to do a blue macaw tutorial for you. I'm going to start out with a round dauber that I've loaded with my cool Prisma cake, and I'm just going to make an oval shape kind of in the center between my two eyebrows. So you put the dauber down and you stipple it while rotating to make half of an oval shape. Now I'm going to do the same thing down low. Just like that. And then I'm going to use a sponge with some light blue colors that I loaded from the same Prisma cake down into my nose area. That's just going to be the body of the macaw. So now I'm going to add a little dark blue, just picking it up from that Prisma cake and sort of tracing the outer edge. And you can just drag the color down a little with the side of your paintbrush. Now the next thing I'll do is I'm going to make the beak of our blue macaw. And it's going to be coming out of the side. Had to do a little lighting adjustment before I filled in my beak. You know, I use very professional lighting equipment called the Sun to make these videos. Alright, so now that we've got the beak, we're going to make the little curly Q that's going to sort of show the cheek of our bird. And then we're going to put the eye right on top of that little arch that I just made. We're going to fill the eye in with white, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to take another brush, a number 5 round, load it with some white Diamond FX paint, and make a little dot for the eye, which we will trace in a few moments. So there's our dot for the eye right there on our macaw. And I'm going to make some feathers with a double loaded brush using that same number 5 paintbrush. I've cleaned the tip off of it, so the white paint is still on there in some parts. And I'm going to load the tip with the dark blue color to make a few little feathers coming right off the top of his head. And as you can see, I got several colors in there, the dark blue, a light blue from the mixed colors, and some white. And now I'm going to make some wings, and they're going to be coming off my eye area. I'm taking a 3/4 inch square brush and loading it with my Prisma cake. Just go ahead and go in an up and down motion to properly load your brush. And now we're going to make some wings. I'm going to start low in the inner corner of my eye, and I'm going to swivel outward. And flip my brush, lay it down, and just come out. There we are, just like that. And I'm going to bring the top wing up just a little bit higher. So I'm just going to add a little more paint there. And I'm rotating my brush each time so that I get lots of different shades of blue so that it looks like feathers. Now I'll do the same thing on the other side. Great, so it's on both sides now. I'm taking my number 5 round brush again, and I'm loading it with more Diamond FX white, and I'm going to make some long teardrops coming off the sides of my wings so that it looks like feathers. And what I'll do is I'm going to start at the top and work my way down. So just push down, trace along the wing, and there you are. There's some wings there. Now I'm going to bring another row of wing, sort of looking feather teardrops down just a little lower towards the bird. All right, so there's one wing for our blue macaw. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side again. All right, so we've got both sides done. Now we're going to work on some highlighting and shading. I'm quickly going to take a nice thin paintbrush, and I'm just going to highlight his beak just a little tiny bit by touching very lightly at the top of that beak, bringing a little light down. Highlighting that smile just a little bit, just brings a little extra dimension to the design. A little highlighting under the eye, just a little bit right on top of his head. And a little right under his beak. Like so, just brings a little movement to the design. And now we're going to do some shadowing with a beautiful metallic blue by Diamond FX. And I'm going to use this around the wing to bring a little more blue into our blue macaw. So just, you're going to kind of trace just behind each teardrop. Hopefully you could see what I'm doing. Like that. And I'm just going to go underneath each one. There we are. We made some wings, and you can trace all of them. I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. Okay, so I have gone underneath all of the blue feathers. Some of them are points, and some of them are rounded on the outer edge so that it has the appearance of fluttering feathers. Now I'm going to trace the face and finish the eye. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trace around the face and the beak. Really lightly with the tip of a very thin paintbrush. I'm going to trace the feathers. Very lightly. In the back of the head. There you are. There's his neck. And I'm just going to bring these lines by my nose down ever so slightly, because the nose is not really the focus of the design, but we don't want to forget that it is blue, so it's the body of the bird. I'm going to make a real cartoony eye by making a great big black circle. I'm filling it in most of the way, not the entire way, so it has a little playful color to it. And then tracing the back so the eye really pops out. I think I may have gone a little too far with my highlighting on his beak, so I'm just going to take a little of that out. Yeah, I think I like it better with a little less highlighting. There we go. And now he looks really happy. I can add a little bit of low lighting behind the feathers if I want to. It makes a little bit of a difference with some black. So So I'm just going to go ahead and show you what the finished design looks like after I do a little bit of this shadowing, and hopefully you love it. I'll be right back to show you the finished design. Alright, so there it is. I've underlined it with some black to make it pop a little bit more. I added one tiny white dot to his eye so that his eye looks a little more playful. Now the final thing you can do if you want is you can add some very lovely sparkly glitter. This is just an ultra fine iridescent glitter. You can add it wherever you would like to. On behalf of myself, Fairy Meadow, and facepaintingtips.com, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.